Welcome
Welcome.
to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are here to talk about none other than The Real Housewives of Potomac, season 9. This is episode 16, and it is part one of the reunion, the much awaited reunion, y'all. Okay. So yeah, y'all, Shade Squad and all of our new viewers, because we still out here growing and glowing every day. Thanks to y'all. Thanks to y'all. So if y'all haven't already, please make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button for us.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it. I don't want to waste no time. Plus, we got to get into these looks, okay? So, yeah, we're going to get into it and let's get shady. All right, y'all. So we are jumping into first. Let's get into the looks of all the ladies for the reunion. I personally liked a few of them in comparison to last year, where I maybe liked, a few of them. But this one, I think most of the girls did a pretty good job. So first we're gonna jump into Ashley, which we know can always sometimes be a hot mess. But I personally like I don't like the dress so much, but I like her look. I like the hair. I like what she's doing with this like auburn thing. It like Nell said, it's giving very rich. It's giving boss B, you know what I'm saying? It's giving Bree B, rich B, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I don't know how I feel. I mean, I don't know because it doesn't even look white like all the other ladies. It almost looks like maybe it's the lighting. I don't know.
Jacket. Because the jacket she has on looks white. The shawl she has on,
Right. But for some reason in that picture, I don't know. It comes off. Is it just me or does it look gray?
I would think if it was white, it would match her shawl.
Mm,
Because it
okay.
can't be the lighting or the picture if we can see the white on her shawl.
Right.
So no, it
Well,
it, it definitely looks gray.
okay. So I just wanted to make sure my eyesight. Y'all know I'm getting older. It's my birthday next month, y'all. So I got like 2 weeks. I'm getting old out here. I was trying to make sure I still got that 2020. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so if I had to rate this look, I'm gonna give Ashley a 6. Nails.
From the neck up, I'm gonna give her an 8.
Okay, from the neck up.
Because let me say something. I don't usually think Ashley is giving, really.
Hmm.
From the neck up, she's giving. I don't know what the stance is she's doing. I don't. The dress in this picture, the dress looks really bad. I don't remember thinking the dress was super bad on
Hmm.
the reunion, but I still wasn't a fan of it. And yeah, the mismatch thing. I'm gonna give it a 4. But
You said a 4.
yeah, yeah, a 4. The,
Okay, well,
but literally from here and up, she's slaying.
okay, y'all. Well, y'all drop y'all comments and let us know what you rate Ashley's look. Next, I ain't even gonna hold you. This is the best we ever seen Giselle look, at least for me.
That's true.
Okay, Giselle is a 10 out of 10 for me. That everything was on point this time. Everything was on point. And for some reason, we can never get that from Giselle, no matter how beautiful she is. She ain't always good with the fashions, as we know, her and Ashley.
I'm not gonna give her a 10 for
I
this.
know I'd give her a 10. I'd give her a 10.
It
This is
is
the
the
best
best.
we've ever seen her
It is
look.
the best I've seen her look, but that doesn't mean she deserves a 10.
Even the nails, the cle like she just ate down. Like the body looks good.
They
Like the way
don't even match though.
I don't care. It's just, I'm here for this new Giselle, this new Jizzy. I'm here for it.
Uh, yeah, I'm not giving her a 10. It is the best I've seen her look, but I don't think it deserves a 10. Um, her overall look, everything together, makeup, face, hair, she definitely, I feel like all together, she definitely did a better job than Ashley did. Um, I give her 8.5.
Oh wow. 8.5.
For all
tough
everything.
tough crowd out here. All right.
I know
Um
whose dress I like.
Next let's move on to
Yeah,
Jacqueline,
I don't
which
like
we have not seen yet, but They did release her reunion look, and I ain't even gonna hold you. I know Chanel just said she didn't like it. I love it.
It's
And you
giving
know why? You
wedding.
know why I love it? Because I know obviously she's holding her stomach. It looks very motherly, angelic. So maybe it's not giving what the other girls are giving, but
What that got to do with the dress, though?
I like the dress. I like the shoulder,
You
and
like
you know, I'm not a big like shoulder person like that type, but I
I don't
like
I don't like it. It looks old fashioned. It looks like a wedding dress. It looks grandma ish.
it does. It is giving part. It does look wedding, but it could also give back. You know what? It honestly reminds me of. It reminds me of one of those flowy dresses.
It reminds me of David's bridal, like the cheap wedding dresses.
Oh, you're terrible. It reminds me of, when everybody does, well, for example, like I did one when I had my child, and you're holding the baby and the dress is floating behind you and they blow the fan. That's what that dress gives me.
No, because that dress is flowy. This is like a wedding dress. That dress didn't give me.
Okay, she gonna argue tonight. Okay, she came to argue. So anyway, I'm gonna give Jacqueline's look a 5. And clearly Nels thinks I'm being generous.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because I like her makeup.
Yes, I don't know. It's giving me very demure.
Her makeup, her face looks very. From the neck up. She looks amazing. I don't like everything below it.
Okay. Y'all weigh in the comments. Let us know what you think. Okay, then we move on to Jazzy. Again, I'm not a big shoulder person, all this. So this, it wasn't for me. I know some of y'all might like it. I'm not going to take away from the fact that it still is a very beautiful dress. It just, I'm not in, like,
Who's the
I'm
lady? Who's the character that Angelina Jolie played with the horns?
Magnificent.
Ma- ma- uh, what do you call it?
Maleficent. I ain't
Maleficent.
never seen that.
I think, wait a second. Maleficent. I don't know why, even though that was black. I don't know if it's like the way the arms are going or what. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I don't know. It's giving me Maleficent vibes. But I do still like it. It is still giving kind of wedding dressy. And I don't know if it's because it's white, but I like it a hell of a lot better than Jacqueline's dress.
I do like it better than Jacqueline's dress. And hats off to Jazzy. The body is bodying.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Um, I can agree with a 7. A 7 is, yeah, I would give her a 7. All right, let's move on. Kiarna. What's so crazy to me is you slay all season, and then for whatever reason, when you get to this reunion stage, like you miss, you don't land.
There's a few things with this. The dress on a hanger, I think, is beautiful
Probably looked really good.
by itself.
She has, and it's just me, or is it she has too much over boob, like too much
Yes,
cleavage?
it's too much of that. These things hanging from the arms, like wings,
Yeah,
angles.
that's not a
I don't
thing.
know
Yeah.
what's going on. I don't like that. And then I really
What do
didn't
you
like.
think about the
I didn't like
hair?
her. I was just about to say I really didn't like her hair either.
And you know what's so crazy? I didn't like Kiarna's hair, but I did like Mia's. Like the finger wave, I guess because hers was more like short cut, like, or whatever wig
Oh
she
yeah,
had.
she did have the finger waves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, Kiarna, I'm gonna give your look a 4 because I expected more from you.
I can I
Um,
I can agree with a 4.
and everything from, like Nell said, from the wings to the hair to even the choker is just doing too much for me. Like I'm just not. Kiana, if you come back next season, I'm gonna need you to do better, girl, because you slay all season. All I talk about is how great you look in your outfits, and then you get up on this reunion, you make me look bad. All right, Mia. So we don't have a standing picture of Mia, but this was her look. The dress did seem beautiful when I did see her stand up. I think in the cast photo, I may have a better look. But yeah, this is Mia. I love the hair. Love the hair. Um, I don't know how crazy I was about the makeup, but I think the makeup complemented the hair. Um, and I don't know. I if see, I have to think back to when she was standing up. Hold on. hold on. Give me a second. Give me a
I
second.
remember. I give her a 5.
You give it a 5?
Yeah, I mean the dress is okay. I didn't wasn't super crazy about the dress, and I see what they were trying to do with the hair, but I think with whatever wig or whatever she was wearing, it didn't to me it didn't land. So,
Mhm.
and no, I didn't like the makeup either. But it
So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this. I'd give this a 4 too.
oh, you gave her a 4?
Mhm. If I gave her a 5, it would be because of the hair. But everything else, like you said, when I'm looking back and when I just went back and look at the photo, there was, I guess, I don't know, because it took her so I seen it to like it took her forever to just to get in her seat. Um, so I thought the dress was more.
Was it Ashley that needed help sitting down? Who was
Yeah,
it?
Ashley too. It was
Oh,
both
okay.
of them.
Mm.
But I just would have thought that, it was more spectacular. But um, yeah, it's a lot of feathers. A lot of feathers. I don't think I
I
noticed that.
like feathers. I love feathers. I just that's whose dress I was thinking of. I was thinking of Stacy when it was Ash. No, not when
You
it was
mean
Ashley.
oh.
That's I was like, I thought it was white, but uh it gives very much Stacy.
You know what? It's so funny you said that because I literally was thinking that. I was like, no shade. Stacy absolutely sees this dress and says, yes, that's it. Because it
And
fits her personality. It
it
gives
does.
flower child. It
Mhm.
gives
And you
bright.
know what? For
It
that,
gives Stacy. It gives Stacy. Nails,
and
nails hit it on the head.
it looked like she got a tan too. I like the
Right.
makeup. Yeah, it yes, this whole look is very much Stacy, and for that I'll give it an 8.5 because it is her. It fits
I will.
her.
I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. But go
Yeah.
ahead, Stacy. Now this right here,
Ma'am.
Miss Wendy never disappoints. Okay.
She
And
does.
I personally love it. As you well, I'm a big Wendy fan, but no, I personally love it. I think she did a great job. I think she killed this look. Everything is given, and if you give it to me, I'm gonna have to give her a 10 with Giselle, honestly.
This is well, not what you said. Well, this
Look,
is my
look, look, look. She is not gonna give Giselle that 10.
I don't think it deserves it. But no, this was the look to me for the night. This was a 10 out of 10. She doesn't have too much spillage, but she got enough. We see the
Right.
girls. We see
Yeah.
the girls. The face is beat to the gods. The hair, I love the hair. It's
Yes.
giving like old school Hollywood, even though
Yes.
it's a little simple little flip. And I love the dress. And it's
Yeah.
not giving it's white, but it's not giving
Wedding.
wedding. Yeah.
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 Well, it is. It's giving sexy wedding. It's giving more like Portia Simon wedding.
It's giving like reception.
I was gonna say yeah, that's what it is. It's giving reception.
And you see her nails. I can't tell what color they are, but it looks like they match the whole thing.
You know what, bye. But she's had more experience in being stylish. Give Giselle some time. She's just there. She's just getting into it. Okay. Give her some grace. All right.
And she gets some help. She just gets some help.
You would think. So anyway, y'all, we're gonna jump into the reunion. So the episode starts off with Karen's reaction to her guilty verdict and her talking to production. Karen says that when she heard it, her heart dropped and she's fearful, but she also accepts full responsibility. Then Bravo decides to show clips from the body cam footage because it's shady as hell, and also her wig being misplaced. And what I mean by her wig being misplaced, because it was back here. And Poe baby, because she was handcuffed, she couldn't slide it to the front. You know what I'm saying?
She
Look,
probably she probably didn't even feel it, child. She probably didn't even feel
I
Oh,
know it.
you you I know you was about to say something, and literally I thought about the time
Look,
you
I've had my days where I've had the
no.
shimmy.
It made me think about the story you told me at the nail shop.
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
That's a story time. Y'all gonna have to pay for that. That'll be behind the paywall. Okay. Um. So anyway, so then basically she said that her concern is the kids and the family, and when they asked basically if she has an issue with alcohol, she says that she doesn't, and she basically tells the kids that look up to her that do as I say and not as I do. Okay. And so then we see all the ladies, they start pulling up to the reunion. We got Stacey and Ashley who are wondering where Karen is and if she's going to show up. Kiana goes to ask Wendy if Karen's coming. So they call from Wendy's phone and she gets sent to voicemail. And so obviously Wendy feels a little bit slighted because she's like, damn, I've supported her this whole season. I've had her back. And now I feel like she's playing in my face. And I took you to the White House, which I understand absolutely where Wendy's coming from. So yeah, and then basically we see Giselle, she's coming out, looking amazing. What my notes say, a 10. And even Wendy notices Giselle's nails and the fact she got a little cleavage out. She's like, who this?
It
You know
was
what I'm saying?
given very much Wendy a couple seasons ago. That's why she noticed the
Mm,
nails and the cleavage out. That's
mm.
why she like, we look, we cool now. Now you want to copy me.
Well,
That's
again, Wendy is on everybody's vision board. So Andy brings up Karen not being there for the reunion. He asked if anyone had spoken to her. Ashley, well, I think most of them said they hadn't spoken to was
but it was weird because when Giselle
spoken to
first
her
came
since
out,
Christmas.
it seemed like Giselle knew that she wasn't coming though.
I feel like Giselle knew she wasn't coming. I think she just was like, I'm just not gonna say, you know what I mean? That's her thing to handle until so yeah, so basically where was I at? Oh, okay. So then Andy lets them know that Karen isn't there because she's checked herself into a private rehab. Giselle says she wishes she had done this before her case. So it obviously probably would have helped. And then Wendy points out she thinks that it's interesting that she did so before her sentencing. And so Stacy is like, oh, that's so mean. Why would you say that? Why, guys?
Give her grace.
Let's give Karen some grace.
I don't know why you're talking like that because it sounds like something you'd say. I literally said it's giving very much Latrice talking about let's give her grace.
I would, I would play
God approve
advocate.
my point. God approve my point.
Don't do that. Just because I like to think about other people's
That's
side of it. I
not
may
nice,
not agree with they I
Let's
may
give
not
her
even
grace.
agree with their side, y'all. I feel like it is my job in life to be somebody's advocate, even if I don't understand where the hell they're coming from. Okay. I gotta try to think about it like that. That's how I get by. Okay. Otherwise, I just be pissed off and think everybody's a shitty person. Okay. So I try to think about it from other people's point of view. Anyway, so
Even if you don't get it.
even if I don't get it, right. So anyway, so yeah, so basically all the ladies agree that if they had to go do rehab or go to some type of recovery facility, they absolutely would if it
I
meant
was so
lessening
glad
their
Giselle
sentence.
said that because she was like, and we all would. I was
Right,
thinking, I was like, thank you. What
right.
did you do? Especially your lawyer's gonna tell you to do it.
Okay.
Like, duh.
Well, a good lawyer, right? So Ashley pulls out a framed photo of Karen because she said she had a feeling she might not show. And so Andy tells the ladies that he has a message from Karen for them. And Karen lets them know she's entering treatment for antidepressants and alcohol. She then thanks Giselle for being there. And apparently Giselle had left her a little note about taking one day at a time, which she said really touched her. And Giselle even got a little bit emotional. Um, and then she also thanks Kiana, Jazzy, and Candace. Um, and then says she has a special person on her list, which I felt so bad for Wendy, and it's crazy how
You
they
realize
kept
they showed Wendy's face the entire time.
time. That's what I was gonna say. They kept the camera on Wendy, and you could just tell every time she said something. She heard a name that was
Because
not hers.
initially, before she said Giselle, Wendy was smiling,
Yeah, she thought it was gonna be her.
and as she kept on saying names, the smile went away. And then I was like, okay, the final person, the special things has got to be Wendy.
Wendy.
No, it was Andy.
And yeah, so then basically she said that when she lets us know that when she does return, she will come back as Karen Huger and not the Grand Dame. Okay. So, like I said, Giselle is emotional and says that, she's happy that Karen realized she needed help. Andy notices Wendy's lackluster reaction, and Mia points out that she's probably hurt as hell that Karen didn't mention her. And Wendy makes it clear that, you know what? It ain't about me. I'm not going to be selfish. See, look at that. You looking at the other side of it. It's not about me. But she did reach out to Karen and supported her throughout the season, which we all saw. And Wendy says that after she learned what Karen told Stacey, and after watching this video, she knows that Karen is not her friend. And so Giselle is just sitting there astonished. And she says, "Girl, you knew that." She said, "I told you." And Wendy was talking about how, she spent the whole season checking everybody on Karen's behalf. And Giselle points out again, "I told you that Karen didn't like you like that." And Wendy reminds her that at that point they were not in a
No,
place
I
of
ain't
trust.
trust you. She said, I ain't trust you.
And you know what? I don't know why, but it reminded me of when we went back a couple episodes ago when Wendy was trying to tell her something, and she was like, "Oh, with the Mia thing." And she was like, "Why did you let Mia slide the way she did, but you had it in for me?" And she was like, "Cuz we wasn't cool." And I really couldn't understand why Giselle was giving her not giving Mia as much smoke as she was giving Wendy, but it kind of like came full circle because now Wendy can see, well, yeah, no, I told you, you just didn't want to believe me. Same thing. Giselle was like, yeah, no, why would I believe anything that you said when I don't F with you?
Mm.
So, yeah. So anyway, and so Bravo rolls back the footage of Karen poking fun at Wendy and all the time she did, and even wanting her booted off the show at one point. And so Wendy brings up how supportive Karen was to her last year when everyone was attacking her mom. And Andy points out that her saying in the video how she plans to return as Karen Huger, and he asked them, like, do you think that she lives behind a persona, basically? And Giselle and the other ladies absolutely agree that outside of her grand dame persona, Karen is a great person. She's tally ho great. Okay. But when she's in grand dame status, it's too much. And then Andy wants to make it clear, I never gave her that name. That was actually Giselle. And he said, and he looking like, I was watching the footage wondering how I got in it. How did I get in it? Okay. And so he talks about the body cam footage and how it was hard to watch. And then Andy reads some of the comments from the viewers who are upset with Karen's lack of responsibility and accountability. Mia says she knew and tried to tell them that Karen needs help, and brings up how it was brought up at Lake Norman, but Karen didn't want to take any accountability there either. And we did see that. And Mia did say that, but Mia also did it in a shady way. So how
Mm.
could anybody trust that was she was being serious?
How could it be received by her either?
What happened?
How would it? Why would it be received by Karen either? If you're being shady, all she kept on saying all season is like, basically, you coming for me. You're
Right,
not
right.
your phone. So why would it be received with the way that you were delivering it?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
So then Andy moves on to Wendy and her new bestie, Giselle. Look, when he said your new bestie, she said, who? Who you talking about? He told her that she seemed a lot funnier and lighter this season. And what does she attribute that to? And she said, leaving her position because she felt like that was a weight lifted off of her shoulders. And I'm not gonna lie, I also felt like she was funnier and lighter this
Oh
season.
no, I'm not even gonna hold you, and I
Mhm.
don't care what. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't care what y'all say. I'm because of course I care what y'all say. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're here. It's a conversation, right? It's a dialogue. But um, for me, and I would love your opinion in the comments. For me, Giselle and Wendy making amends. They ain't gotta be best friends, but us just being able to not shut each other out and ice each other out was a tremendous difference for the whole season for me. In comparison to like the last couple, this was like it was refreshing. I ain't even gonna hold you. I really enjoyed this season a lot more when they were getting along.
Yeah. Yeah. She also said that, it was an added bonus that her and Giselle were able to work through their animosity. Giselle said it's because they listened to each other. They listened to the long laundry list of issues that they had with one another. Apparently, they was talking for a good 2 hours. Giselle said that
We
Wendy
only
is
saw like 2 minutes, and it looked like it was
great.
just
Yeah.
Giselle. But yeah,
Giselle said that Wendy is a smart woman and she can express herself clearly. And Wendy said, Giselle is funny, and that's all she's gonna give her for today. Okay. Um, Andy asked Wendy, how's Happy Eddie's business? How's Eddie's happy business go? Happy, Jesus Christ.
Happy Eddie. Yeah.
Yes. Andy asked Wendy how Eddie's Happy Eddie business is going. And she said business is booming. Giselle asked Stacey if she's trying to start her own. And Stacey says she has no idea what she's talking about. Giselle told Wendy, girl, come next season, if she come out with Happy Stacey, don't be surprised. And Wendy like, well, I
I
hope
would
she
hope
would
you
tell
wouldn't do
me.
that, right?
Exactly, you would tell me, first. Andy said, well, ain't that what Karen did with the candles? Abso-freaking-lutely. Um, a viewer told Wendy that it was really nice to see her take the leap and leave her professor job, but does she really think that it's fair to stipulate that her children don't get an inheritance unless they get a master's degree? Wendy said that they have a trust for their children, but there's different stipulations that allows them to get a bonus. So if they get a master's degree, they get extra X amount of dollars. If
Right.
they learn Igbo, they get extra amount of dollars. And if her daughter joins a sorority, she
No, no,
gets.
no, no, no. Let's make that clear. If her daughter joins her sorority, which
That's
is
what I said.
AK.
That's
Oh,
what I
I
said.
thought you said a sorority. I
No,
was
I
gonna say
said
no,
her.
not just any.
No, no, no.
She
I
needs
said
to pledge AKA.
I said her sorority. Giselle said that's what she's dealing with right now. And everybody on the panel just loves that idea. Um, then Andy mentions Wendy, having her big interview in the White House. And she said it was surreal, especially, given the results that we had from the 2024 election that
Mm-hmm.
we're living through right now. And she's glad that she could share that with her kids because she said, who the hell knows where we're gonna be at 4 years from now. We're trying to get through the first year.
Okay,
And
child. And it's bitch, it ain't even really been somebody said it the other day. It's really only
it's
been
not
like
even a month.
3 or 4 weeks.
It's
And
not even.
we've been acting like it's, I mean, I ain't even gonna say we because I feel the same way, but when I tell you it feels like it's an eternity and it's only been 4 weeks.
Well, she said, I'm sorry, she said that she regrets inviting Karen to the White House. She wished she didn't.
Right.
Kate told Stacey that she didn't really think that it was kind of her to wait till her and Karen's relationship was going south to bring that information to Wendy. And I was like, Stacey said that she stood by Karen, and then when it was time for Karen to stand by her, she didn't. So she chose that time to tell the truth. Wendy said that when Stacey was joining the group, Karen told her to be careful for the woman because she's for the woman that's joining the group because she's really smart and educated. Giselle said she is. I said, Giselle,
Now that shade, I said, damn, Giselle.
really? So then Stacey said that she does have a degree. She's very smart, educated, compassionate, and a wonderful person. And she doesn't understand why, um, you know, uh, um, Karen wouldn't want them to, get along with each other. And Giselle said Karen likes to groom the new person. Kay said that Karen befriended her. And
Look, thank God. You know what's so funny? With
hmm,
everything going on right now, I wouldn't have been surprised if Bravo decided to edit that out. But luckily, because we were
child,
talking
look, just the word alone. I said,
just the word alone after all this drama.
right. So Kay said that, she did befriend Karen. And they never had to sit down to talk about anybody. But she said, she's always gonna have a soft spot for Karen because she was there with her through what she was going through last year, and made it her business to take care of her. Wendy told her that Karen likes the mother goose relationships, and if she feels like she can mother you, she loves you. But when you show her that you can exist within the group without her, she turns on you. Andy asked the ladies if the criticism was valid, and all the ladies said, "Yeah, Wendy is self-absorbed, okay, but
Mm.
in a good way," and said that they all are. Wendy said it takes a very strong woman to be friends with her because she's very sure of herself, and she walks into a room like God sent her there because God did. I said, "Oh, period."
I love me some Wendy Child. That look, that big Taurus energy. I love it.
Well, that's right. She is a
She is
Taurus.
Taurus. She's the 21st.
Our, our sign.
I think I think she's the 21st.
April?
No, May.
Oh, she's a May Taurus. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. Because
Hmm.
she's like, that's why I said it's funny because she's right on the cusp of somewhat being a Gemini, but she
Mhm.
doesn't. Yeah. All right. So then let's get into Jazzy. She joins the ladies on the stage and notices that Karen isn't there. You late to the party, girl. He congratulates her on her engagement between her and Darius and asks if she set a date. And not only has she set or made plans for a summer wedding, she done even brought invitations, which look very nice and dapper and beautiful. Okay, and very demure and cutesy. So
I actually didn't like it.
well, I didn't like the gold on the red, but we can get into that later. But so
I didn't like
Jazzy said that she did invite all the ladies. She says that Darius is now playing for the Cowboys, which I think I told y'all earlier, but just a reminder. And so now she's splitting her time between Maryland and Dallas, basically. Andy reads a comment from one of the viewers calling Jazzy a side chick who basically broke up a family. He then looks at Mia and asks her for her side chick expertise.
So was that from, because they said, oh, what the girl was her name, Megan or something like that? The
Yeah, I
commenter.
think it was Megan. Yeah.
Well, was it Megan that said it, or was it Andy saying it? I thought it was Andy saying it.
Sometimes, and I ain't even gonna hold you, I forgot what season it was or what where the questions that were coming out started to feel like they were from cast members and they started to question, or was it really from viewers? Because it sounded too, I forgot which friend. I don't know if it was Atlanta or if it was one of the Potomac seasons.
It might
Y'all
have been.
drop down in the comments and
It
let
might have
me
been
know.
Atlanta, because I remember feeling like that with Atlanta.
Really? Yeah. And it was just like, no, it sounds like some shit that y'all know and like inside stuff. But anyway, so y'all, basically Jazzy said she was never a side chick and said that she is always the full production. Okay. Andy points out that, well, you were building a friendship with this man when he was having babies with this whole other woman. So Jazzy said she had no clue. She was behooved. Okay. He never.
So let me ask you,
Mhm.
are you not the side chick if you don't know that you're the side chick? Is that what that?
I guess if you don't receive the title, it can't be placed on you.
That's bullshit. Because you can let, never mind. I can't put that on here. But that's BS.
If you
I'm
ain't seen,
just wondering, because I've heard her say that before. Like, oh, well, I wasn't aware. But my thing is, so because you weren't aware, does that mean that you weren't a side chick, or you just weren't aware you were a side chick?
she was. I think she had no awareness.
That she was a side chick,
Right.
but she still was a side chick.
Well, now according to Jazzy, she said that
Oh, the baby mama said that they was broke up at the time
that while she was pregnant,
but was she with him?
always broken up because
That's
clearly
what I'm
there
saying.
was two babies that were had, not just
And
one.
then my question is, were you with him when he was getting her pregnant?
They were building a friendship.
It
As
sounds like you
Andy
were
was,
dating.
huh?
Dating. You were dating. Building a friendship. And now y'all get married. Child.
Well, yeah, they getting married. So kudos to Jazzy. Confetti for you, girl. And so she said the only time she would be a side chick, it would be for Andy. Okay. So that's how we end that.
Andy wants no parts of that. He moved on to GNA. Andy once again wants to know, Ashley, what's going on with this divorce, ma'am?
He said, I didn't ask you the same question a few times now.
Every year. She said it's in the hands of Virginia. Okay. She filed, they both signed everything they need to sign.
And we do, as we reported in our Sip and Shade. If y'all did not catch that, y'all should go back and watch that. I will actually link that video to this one. But yeah, Ashley and Michael R did finalize their divorce. And now we know the terms of it because they told us on the show or the reunion.
Mia said that she's in the final stages of her divorce as well, and the ladies are like, the lies, stop it. Okay. A viewer asked Ashley if they even sell clothes on her website, because all she sees is pictures of her and Giselle.
We done talked about this many times. I done brought it up many times.
Giselle said, it was a kind of weird time to sell apparel, and Ashley said she decided to pivot to community outreach because given her finances, it was not time to invest in a new business venture. And Mia asked if it was a nonprofit, and Ashley said, "We we're a liaison between the community and the charity." Mia said, oh, "Okay, so what's the next phase? Phase 3." Giselle said, "We'll see if you're invited."
Right.
Then
Stop
a
asking me about my shit. Worry about yours.
then a viewer asked the panel if, oh, I'm sorry, if you say yes to one event, then you're invited to another. Shouldn't you prioritize the one that you first RSVP'd to? Giselle said, "I actually want to know the answer to this question. What y'all got to say?" Okay. And she said she actually respected the fact that Wendy said, "Yeah, I won't be there. I'm just going to go to Karen's event." Jazzy said that she felt like, they should have been respectfully asked to leave instead of being screamed to from across the room like
Okay.
Giselle
Like
was
some
a sister.
savages. Okay.
Giselle said, you know what, all her anger was really towards Karen, and Andy gets on her basically like, I'm surprised you apologize. You don't do that very much. And she said, yeah, it's because I knew where my anger was, where it belonged. And before Jazzy exited the stage, Ashley wanted all the tea on what happened at Mia's birthday party.
Because apparently a lot happened.
Or didn't. People just got ghosted. Jazzy said that Mia sent out a beautiful invitation to her and Stacy, and to celebrate her birthday in Miami. And basically Stacy said, "All right, let's go. We're going to Miami." And essentially Stacy landed and didn't hear from Mia. So they didn't even see, basically she said they didn't even see Mia when they were in Miami. Mia said that she hired a POC to make sure everyone RSVP'd. Stacey said, "What the hell is that? A probation office?"
I love it. I was like, not Ashley being the one to tell them what POC means.
She said, "Is that a probation?"
No shade, no shade. That's when, if I was Giselle, I would have felt validated in my statement. Is she educated?
Child,
I'm just saying.
Stacy, hold on. So Mia said that she didn't know that the ladies were coming to town, and Stacey said that's BS and called her a liar, and then pulled up the text messages, and it literally showed Stacey responding to the invitation saying that she was going to come. Mia responded by saying, "Amazing, I can't wait to see you." Then that Sunday, Stacey wrote her and said happy birthday. She was in Miami and ready to celebrate her. And it was read the following day. Mia responded at 12:15 a.m. and asked her where was she. Then Stacey responded by saying that she showed up to a dinner party. Nobody was there even an hour after it started. She said she tried to reach out to her with no response, and how disappointing and disrespectful. Then Mia had the nerve to say, "What's the problem?" Stacey said, "Girl, the fact that you didn't respond, the fact that you ghosted me." So
I think
then,
also, and I'm not defending Mia at all. I think because she did mention that I'm just hold on, because she did mention that they had a conversation once they came back to,
they
but
didn't.
like once they came back from Miami.
No, she said no. Stacey cleared that up. They didn't have a conversation. Mia reached out to her through text message, and Stacey said, "For the friend that showed up for you, you should have called me."
Okay,
So, so they didn't.
okay.
Yeah, stop.
Okay. I'll let it go.
They didn't have a conversation.
I won't be playing advocate for that one. Okay.
Goodness. So then Mia tried to apologize to Stacey, and Stacey said it's too late to apologize. Jazzy said that, when she told Mia that Stacey was upset, she didn't even
Well, after you had me buy a whole flight in a hotel and get my situation together, and then you not even there and you not respond, like I know you're in the city and you're just not responding to me. Oh yeah, we would have had a problem.
So
She
Jazzy
actually
told
might
Mia,
have been lucky. Well, Stacey ain't that type of chick, but she actually might have been lucky
and
they
she
didn't
knows
run into each other. Because if I would have ran into her, I might have stayed at that birthday dinner just to wait for her ass.
you so silly. So Jazzy told Mia that she seemed like she didn't care when she told her, and Jacqueline told
Exactly.
right. Jacqueline told her that Mia was more worried about ink. Wendy said it was crazy that the only two people that she invited from the group showed up for her and she decides to ghost them. Did you notice when Wendy was saying all of this, Mia was trying to change the subject and laughing and joking with Andy. I said, girl, you need to pay attention. Sit in this hot seat.
Okay, right.
Then Mia starts crying, talking about how she feels bad and it's been a rough time. Wendy said, girl, no, what you not about to do? Okay. She said, I feel like you always do this. Okay. When your back is up against the wall, you want to start crying. Mia said that, she's emotional because of everything that's going on. She messed up and she's taking full accountability. Ashley said that she knows
She
that
was
she
barely even trying to listen, like you said. How are you taking?
so Ashley said that she knows that she can be a good friend. And Mia says, this is a season in her basically that she can, and this is a season in her life where she's fallen short. Kay said it seems like a 3-year season. Okay. So
Okay.
on break, Mia went to Stacy's dressing room to talk to her and Jazzy and explain, right now she doesn't have the capacity to be a good friend. Um,
I mean, I appreciate her saying it. It's a little late, but I appreciate her saying it.
yeah, don't reach out to me and invite me to stuff and have me spend money and then
And
decide.
if you don't have the capacity to be a good friend.
Exactly. Stacey told her that, she felt like, she's crying now because they're calling her out. I said, Stacey, stand on business, okay? But yeah, she said, but she didn't have anything to say until they got back to DC. And she doesn't feel like it's genuine.
I
Mia
can
apologized.
appreciate Stacey for standing on business.
Mm-hmm. Mia apologized and Stacey told her, yeah, we can't receive it right now. Sorry, Bookie. And Mia thanked them for listening, but then she told production she was leaving. But clearly that's not the case because we see her in the next episode where she looks like she storms off again and says that she's leaving.
It's the dramatics for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna title this one Mia Be Crying / Lying. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, y'all, that was pretty much the first part of the reunion. They kept it light and cute for the most part. Obviously it is a lot more Karen focused. Um, I wonder if we're gonna see Jazzy next season or if that was kind of our,
I think
you
that was
know,
it. Because she exited.
no, no,
Oh,
no. What I mean is like, is that I think that's maybe our salute to Jazzy. Like,
mm,
I think maybe she's probably primarily going to be more in Dallas, where it's probably not easy for them to film back and forth. I'm
um,
wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't know if we're going to get her next season.
I mean, you said a few times we didn't really miss her, so I don't.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying.
I
But I can appreciate them giving her few minutes, to sign off. So I appreciated that. But yeah, y'all. Let us know your thoughts about this one. If you have not already, please make sure that you've hit the like button for us.
make sure you comment
Make sure that you guys subscribe.
and you hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the BlueSky, IG, TikTok, and Facebook. And also, y'all, I can't wait to see this whole TJ debacle unfold. I really can't. Even though I like Stacey and I know she's a hippie, I just really want her to be called out. Because, girl, you literally faked the whole relationship to be on a show.
She wouldn't be
Yeah,
the first or the last.
I know. I know. It's just,
At
I
least, at
saw
least,
that.
at least she didn't have to go through a season and then find out, girl, this is what I got to do to get a storyline. She came into it knowing what to do.
I don't think so. I think I would have rather see her date or really again, she's going through a divorce. Ashley's made this last at least 4 or 5 seasons for her. So we could have just known that she was going through a divorce. We don't get to see Michael. We don't get to see like she could have lived off that. The fact that she went and paid somebody, paid, paid talent. I'm just saying. But yeah, y'all let us know what you think, and we'll catch you next week for part 2 of the Real Housewives Potomac reunion. Have a good night. Have
Good night.
a great week. Be safe. Bye bye.